G'day, mate, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included with me, JD. So, we're doing a few things. First off, I need to check my audio. No, it's still on. I thought I'd muted it. So, what are we doing? Well, this episode, we're going to continue digging out this mess. I want all this dug out because I've got plans. I've got big plans. Epic plans. And I think I'm actually going to go one better. I think we're going to... What we're going to do is we're going to put down a couple of airlocks down here. And then for this episode, we're just going to do some digging. Some serious digging. Last episode, we got the barn release set up with the Drecos. The Drecos are hopefully being shoved in there. I've really got no idea. I want to come back and revisit our food storage. I think I have a better idea. Also want to get pakus and all sorts of things set up. But really it means we need oil. We need plastic. We need a better metal refinery. We need to take a screenshot, it turns out. So there's a bunch of things I want to get done. And first thing we're going to do is pile up the game speed. And then I'm going to disable all of these. Of course, as people take suits and run off with them. Who just ran past with a suit? You. Unequipped suit. Deliver suit. Where's the other suit gone? Who's in the other suit? Alright. Slow game speed. You're in the suit. We're going to follow Huff around. He's going to hopefully get lots of stuff dug out, lots of stuff built. Igneous rock. Maybe there's some igneous rock around Huff that he can get built. Go on. Go on, Paku. Full. There's water down here. There you go. Scolding. Pooba, you failed. Move. This way. Dupes cannot go in. Problem solved. We lost Huff. Oh, there he is. Follow. And that's the printing press. So, printing press wise, currently, skills. Huff, nope. Nathas. Improve carrying. I need a Metatronics engineer. On top of that, I want a couple of ranches. I'm not going to worry about the ranches this episode. Or do we? You know what? Let's print off... Let's be a little bit selective. Allergies, no. Farts a lot, no. Diver's lungs. Small bladder, noodle arms, -1 strength, +1 to ranching. Joshua, who's not going to get renamed this episode because I don't actually have any of that stuff in front of me. We're just going to print off a Joshua and he can start produce. Joshua can go do... Out of the way. Really? I can't drag things out of the way? Okay. You can go do dig, build and dig. And operate. We're just going to have him run around and do a few things. There was Huff. Come on, Huff. You are a digging machine. Now, if I can get all these tiles dug out, I have a major project I want to put down here. A pretty substantial major project. Pause. Those tiles have to go as well. Huff. Come back here. So I want to get the last of these tiles. Ah, there we go. Unequipped suit. Deliver suit. Thank you. Oh, there goes Joshua. Lightning fast Joshua. Who's gonna go pick up some coal? Sure. Do you have polluted oxygen? Polluted oxygen. That's a gas filter for chlorine. That's a gas filter for natural gas. We're just gonna... Yep, there to there to there. To there to there. To there. Bring that up to there. Bring that into there and just put gas in there. With a little bit of power. Automation. So, very, very quickly. We've made a loop from the output to loop everything back around. So any natural gas that's in here will get kicked out. Any chlorine that's in here will get kicked out. And it means the polluted oxygen, which I'm going to change right here, will get sent into the puffed room so the puffs can eat it. Okay, this is done. So what I want to do is I want to deconstruct. Priority 8, I want this high. Dig, priority 8. I want that whole level gone. Meanwhile, we are producing more plastic. Speaking about plastic, food. Critter lure. One there and one there. We want polluted. Polluted oxygen. Let me guess. I didn't hook up the apple. Nope. Okay. As you can see, it started cycling stuff already. And I never hooked up the power here. Damn. I knew I forgot to do something. Because the moment I have two power grids, I have this power grid, which is doing a whole lot of nothing, and then I have this power grid that's still running on coal power. I'd really start to like to start using the natural gas here to start running more things. Deconstruct all of that. Priority 8. Dig all of that out. Because it's 3 tiles high, they can stand down here and they can reach everything. Which should mean it's going to be very, very quick to dig all this out. Power. I want a heavy one joint plate. Out of iron, that'll do. Power, heavy watt wire from there to there. We already have a battery, so I just want a large transformer. We're going to put it all the way over here because of the terrible decor it gives us. Heavy watt wire into there, and then we're going to run the better quality wire into this grid. Do not zoom to there. I'm going to dig out probably 8, 9, 8. Dig out this row. Deconstruct that. And hopefully they'll get the next row done. So as you can see, we're making one hell of a mess down here. I need another... We've got 50 tons. 100 pieces, please. Right? 99 pieces. Enter. You're doing steel, except you have no lime, and you're doing iron. We've got 600 kilos of iron. We've got plenty of iron. Okay. There's no polluted oxygen left. We've kicked it all out of the system and dumped it up here for our puffs. We want to put slime in there, and we want to put phosphite in there. Oxygen-wise, got a bit of carbon dioxide, polluted oxygen. We've got a little bit of everything up here. So I'm going to re-enable this guy. And hopefully... wrangle. Oh, wait. Overcrowded. Okay. We need another hatchery. I don't have another hatchery currently. Alright, I need to... There's too many things to do and not enough dupes. Deconstruct. All those. Priorities. 8. Cool. Yeah, as you can see, they're flying through this fairly quickly. What I want to do is I want to have this area set out. And then I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to do a pause. I'm going to plan out a whole build. And then we're going to sit back and see which dupe kills themselves getting it done. It's pretty much what we're going to do. Deconstruct that. Dig that out. As you can see, they're flying through it. Deconstruct that level. Dig that level. Because we're literally going to turn all this whole area into both a power plant and a metal refinery, where we're basically going to take this, what we started on this side, and rebuild on this side properly. Because I've done some thinking, I've done some planning, and I'd really like to plan ahead. I really want to use some steam power. I want to put some effort into setting up the metal refineries properly. Come on, Huff, you don't need to breathe. I know you're slightly sick, it's fine. You'll get better. You'll get better in time. We want to dig that out. We want to deconstruct. Again, priority 8, get rid of all that. We've now got oil mixed with our polluted water, mixed with everything else. Dig that out. I knew there'd be one of you that gets stuck up here. So, up 2 tiles. 1, 2 tiles. Hopefully if we get that done, Cobbits will be able to get back out. Huff's now stuck. We're doing well. But yeah, Coblets can't actually dig his own way out. We might want to priority 9 some stuff. Anybody? Anybody? Who's our digger? Huff is. Oh, Huff got himself out, but just left Coblets up here. This is why we have duplicates that die. Hungry. Oh, you still got 3,000 calories. You'll be fine. You've got another 2 days. 3 days. Almost 3 days. 3 days you can stay up there. You'll be fine. 7. We'll just dig out this. This is all lower priority stuff. Oops. Anywhere I've got natural plants, I'm trying to keep them. Oh, Huff's come down. He's going to come save you. That tile, that tile, that tile, that tile. Yep, these ones. And then Coblets will finally be able to get out of here. Made a mess. Well, at least you peed in the right spot, Coblets. You just held it for 20 more seconds, you'll be fine. There we go. And Poob is still slightly damaged. Poob will be fine. Pooba, go have a rest. Have you now got yourself stuck? Well, Pooba. It's now 3 tiles. Huff! Missed the tile. And we can then dig that one out. No, Huff decided he didn't... Oh no, he wanted to... Okay, we don't know what Huff's doing. Did you just stuck Uber again? No? Okay. Alright, I want to dig out... No, all the liquid fit. Sort of. I can't explain this. Nope. We're just going to dig out that tile. That tile. No. Let's dig out that tile. There we go. That'll drain. Okay. Now I've done that. I'm going to turn that back on. And Hopefully the duplicates will stay out of the area. Okay. So, what have we done? You've done the polluted oxygen up here. You're somewhat happy. We've got too many hatches down here, but that's a separate problem. We have another duplicate. Farming, ranching. Yeah, we're going to bring on Askin again. I will, at the end of this episode, I'll go fix them up. At the moment, we're just going to print them off. Okay, so, pause time. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes building. Whether we even get this built this episode, I don't know. But what I want to do is I want to work backward. So, is it sedimentary rock? Sedimentary rock. 2. I'm looking at thermal conductivity. Sandstone 2.9. Okay, so no, it's sedimentary rock, which is good because we've got lots of that stuff. Alright, so working backward, I want a roof out of sedimentary rock. Okay, this is abyssalite. I don't have to build a wall there. That's fine. That's about as insulated as you can get. So, plan 1, sedimentary rock. Plan 2, steam turbine, which I don't have the plastic for. Why don't I have the plastic for it? Where'd all of my plastic go? Oh, enable. Because it's down here and the dupes can't physically get there because I disabled everything. There we go. Okay, power. Steam turbines. Now this is still planning, so I'm planning we're going to have to rearrange things after the fact. Turns out I can only afford to do 2 of them. That's fine. Too far down anyway. Steam turbines! Right at the top. Okay. Which is then going to lead to another floor of insulation. Okay. Then I want to run piping. I want to run piping 2 tiles like that. And then another row of insulation. Now bear with me. Then we're going to want a metal refinery. About there. And then plumbing, insulated pipes, because we're going to have hot oil. I want to run them up to there. And then I want a long return. So I can fill this with oil. Run the oil up to here. We're going to have water in here. So the water will turn to steam. Steam will run the steam turbine. And then plenty of oil in the pipes so we can have a loop running through this system. Now, from our metal refineries, we have copper, gold, steel, iron, and tungsten. So I actually want 5 of these, preferably, if I can build 5. So hang on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 of those guys. Okay, still with me? We can just plot out our plumbing. I can't afford the metal pipes because I just don't have the metal, but that's okay. This is all part of the plan, so we'll plan things out and then rearrange as we go. No, and then... Okay, so on top of that, I also want storage. 1, 2... Damn, it's 1 tile too long. Because you need a liquid output back to here. Or can I double them up? No. Okay, cancel everything from there to there. So, storage bin. I want a smart storage bin as well, so I can read the details. Then we're going to do... No, then I have a 1 tile gap. So that actually means... So things were in the right spot. Awesome. So we've got 1 metal, 2 metal, 3 metal, 4 metal, 5 metal. Okay. Storage bin, storage bin, storage bin. Has potentially hot materials in it, so let's not make it our sandstone. Not that it matters. Sedimentary rock, sedimentary rock. Smart storage, which is unfortunately made out of refined metal. Yeah, I know I can't afford it. I'm way past not being able to afford it. Okay. Plumbing. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. The next thing I want is I need to cool down the steam turbines. So, the best way to get cooling is to cool down liquid. So we want utilities. I want an aqua tuner. I'm going to put it there. The idea is we're going to fill this area with water. The water will come along. The water will hopefully flow towards the heat. And then we'll have a little hot spot. These get really, really hot. So the water will flow over here, heat up, turn into steam, run through steam turbines. Because we're going to put a steam turbine here, 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 and here. So I have a thermal aqua tuner, which cools down water. What I want to do is I want to take the output from it and bring it over here. And hang on. If I put a... Okay, so let's assuming I'm going to do some major editing and cut out most of this planning stage because this took way longer than I thought. Let's just go through the basics. So what I have here is an industrial brick. So this is all the manufacturing and power plant and everything that the duplicate should need for potentially the whole map. Potentially. Okay, so what we have is we have steam turbines. We're going to layer the whole top of this base with steam turbines. I just realized you need to come out one more time. And I might need to rearrange things. Okay, so steam turbines have... Steam turbines take in steam at 125 degrees plus and bring it down to 95 degrees water. So we're going to have steam turbines. They're going to take the steam in this gap, right, which is going to be, we're going to pump in water, we're going to turn it to steam, and then convert it back to free power for us. The other thing they will need is a whole bunch of heavy watt wire, which will come into there, I guess. Come through here. And you might as well have heavy watt wire as well. Okay, so like I said, a whole bunch of steam turbines. They're going to take the water down here and return it to steam. Below that, we have our metal refineries. Now, metal refineries, as we know, especially if we put oil into them and use the oil for the cooling loop, the oil gets really, really hot, like several hundred degrees hot. In fact, do I have any output oil here? No, I don't. 67 degrees. Okay, bad example. But what we can do is we can take our hot oil out of these metal refineries. We're going to pump it up into this steam area to superheat it, or heat up the water, and then we're going to bring it back in through insulated pipe, giving us a long snake, so we have plenty of room for liquid to flow around in the loop, and then back in the refineries. It's gonna make this area very, very hot, but we'll get back to that shortly. So we're going to have hot oil up here superheating this steam. The steam turbines are going to be inside their own closed loop system because you've got to keep them cool. So we've got our oil refineries. Over here we have a thermo aqua tuner. So a thermo aqua tuner, excuse all the ghosting of blueprinty stuff, but you know, it's the only way to sort of work out how this is all going to be built. So the thermo aqua tuner is going to heat up again the same water to make cold water. This cold water is going to come either from this pump or from a giant loop that spans around the whole thing. So we're going to have some cold water to cool down our steam turbines. At the same time, that cold water goes up to the steam turbines, comes back around. I've just realized I can reverse these pipes and have cleaner spaghetti. Come down here, and it's going to cool our next, all the rest of the layers all the way to the bottom before it returns. The next layer is natural gas generators and some petroleum generators. Why? Because they produce a lot of power. It means that I have all my power centralized in one spot. I have always also planned for power control stations. So these things, when a duplicate puts refined metal into them, it creates a engine tune-up, which when put into one of the generators, gives the generator 50% more power output for the same intake in. So it means our petroleum generators use 2 kilos of petroleum per second and give us 2 kilowatts. If they've got an engine tune-up, they'll actually give us 3 kilowatts worth of power. Same applies for natural gas. Natural gas gives us 800 watts. It ended up actually being 1.2 kilowatts. So it's substantially more power for the cost of duplicate time and refined metals. Refined metals, they cost, but somewhere on this map, we have multiple metal volcanoes. We haven't harvested yet, but I'm sort of planning for the future. I'm going to cancel building these because I honestly can't afford them at this stage. So we got our petroleum and natural gas generators. They also have 2 byproducts. The petroleum generator outputs carbon dioxide straight into the atmosphere, and the natural gas generator also outputs natural gas into a pipe, which we've just snaked down, and we're going to end up dumping out right here into the next room down with a high pressure fan. That's what I wanted. So we're going to just dump that into the next room. We're just going to fill this whole area with carbon dioxide. Really don't care. So that's that one. That's that one. Next one is our hydrogen generators. Same story, you know, pump hydrogen. Oh, also both the petroleum and the natural gas generators also output polluted water. This is why everything's built on mesh tiles. We're going to have all the polluted water just drip through the levels. Also, whatever temperature the machines are is the temperature the water comes out at. So I'm going to try and get them down to like minus 20. If we click on polluted water, it doesn't freeze to minus 20. So I want to get keep the machines as close to minus 20 as possible to have some really, really, really cool water coming out of this whole system, which we can then catch at the bottom and then recirculate through the base or something to keep the base cool. So we've got hydrogen generators. Again, they're going to have a power thingamajiggy-bob. We've got our coal generators with a power thingamajiggy-bob. I do want to, not that we actually have a duplicate that can do it yet, want to put in some auto sweepers. So we have the coal automatically shipped down to these 2 receptacles, and then auto sweepers can feed the coal generators. We don't need coal. We're not going to run coal, hopefully, but I want to have the feature there ready to go. Finally, we've got our batteries, which are going to have smarts hooked up to all the different generators so we can decide which power gets used in which priority. We have a pump right down the bottom to collect all that lovely, lovely cold water. It's going to drip all its way down here. And I have a gas pump because we've got multiple things outputting CO2 into the atmosphere. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to pump that gas somewhere. Hopefully we can get a slickster farm down here in our oil biome and feed that CO2 down to them. They can then convert it into oil for us, which will keep the whole system running. Finally, we have an oil refinery right here at the bottom. 3, 4. And I'm back after a small change here. So, as I was saying, we've got coal, which then goes to batteries, which then needs smarts hooked up to all the different generators. We've got our liquid pump, which is going to pump out cold liquid. I haven't decided where that's going to go yet, but there's plenty of storage down here for a little while. We've got our gas pump, which needs a Atmos sensor hooked up to it. Right there. Actually, for the moment, it's probably just going to vent. Automation. So yeah, it's just going to vent for the moment. We've then got our oil refinery. We're back down to just one oil refinery. That should be heaps. They're going to run. Those two are going to get run separately, I think. Actually, all of that's going to get run separately. Yeah. Because the Dupe physically has to stand at the oil refinery. So I need to do something about the decor in here in general. I just realised I'm going to need a ladder up there. And a ladder there. Anyway. So. This gas pump is going to sort out natural gas. Natural gas will get pumped up into the natural gas generators. The rest of the gas will get pumped out and just dumped on the outside. We've got 2 liquid reservoirs, one for oil in, one for petroleum out, which is going to come down here and run our 2 polymer presses, which will dump our plastic. Because they're both being rotated to the right, the plastic actually falls straight off the edge. So it's going to get dumped out here. And I've run the cooling loop that's running through the whole build down to here and through this one tile, which is where our plastic will end up living. I'll probably put a temp shift plate back there just to cool down the plastic the rest of the way before all our cold liquid returns all the way back to our base. So I think that's it for the build. I think that's everything planned out. I have no iron. So what did I accidentally make out of iron? Well, actually, first things first. We need to fill some of these areas with liquid, which is going to require some water, which we really don't have any of. That's absolutely empty. That has 59 tons. So liquid's coming down to there. We're going to have to liquid vent. So it's one lot of liquid. These locks will end up being out of oil. So I think I'm going to get this all built first, and then we'll unlock the mechanical airlock, let them dig in the oil, get the oil, pump it into our designated zone. 3 tiles, 3 tiles, 3 tiles, 3 tiles. Okay. Plumbing. Bottle emptier. There, 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 there. And there. We could just use a couple of normal tiles there and there. You're made out of gold. You're made out of gold. You're made out of gold. Storage bin out of steel. No. We won't put in the smart storage bins at this stage. Steel, iron, gold. I have no idea where the rest of my refined metals have gone. Unpause. So, whenever the Dupes start building this, now they do require atmospheres to get in here. Is that a wise choice, JD? I think the answer is no. So if we turn off that one, is Ian sore? Health 100 and 100. Okay. These are being cooled because they're sitting in a great pile of liquid. I hope. Grams of liquid. No, not really. Disable that one. There was a suit. Joshua. Back. Back. Can I block your output, Joshua? No, I can't. Same with us, can. Back. Joshua. 45 minutes for you to wander up and back. You, move, right here. Hey you, it's Pro Night. Hey. So we can disable this, and we can disable that at the same time. Now it's lunch break time. Okay, I am worried about the amount of water we just don't have. Because 59 tons sounds like a lot until you start using it. So you're going to make gold a lot of. You're going to make steel when and if I get more lime, which comes from eggshells mainly. Smart battery. That's right, all these smart batteries are made of the wrong material. Cancel buildings. All of those guys. Power. Smart battery. Out of gold. Probably 9. That'll have to do for the moment. We're gonna disconnect that and disconnect that. Power, conductive wire, probably 9. There to there. To there. Run heavy wire from there to there. Automation wire. Oh no, we do have a smart battery. Never mind. Cancel all. Did have a smart battery. Okay, good. No. Oh, that's right. I never fixed these. Disconnect. That was definitely the wrong overlay. So, what I've done here is because this output's running through that output, through that, they're not outputting properly. Starvation. Joshua, are you having starvation purely because you are so slow you cannot get to the food in time? You are going to wash your hands. Good. And then are you going to go get food? Yes. And then wash your hands again because you're dirty. You're a dirty, dirty, dirty boy. Alright. I want to dig up these. I do not want to waste my dirt on these again. Or any more. And what was I doing? Oh, pipes. So, gas. Deconstruct. Radiate. That one, that one, that one, that one. And then I'll do exactly as I did in the last build. Just run them like that. Priority 4. All of this build is now priority 4. And the one plant that was here, I didn't manage to dig up, which is good. Okay. Ventilation, gas pipe. There. You guys have an output that I forgot to hook up. I really want it pumped into that room. Done. Okay. So that fixed that problem. We can now produce more power. That means our power transformer's running, which means... there's no power in the battery. Okay. Where's all this power going? We are making 4 kilowatts. It's 1.2, 240, 240, and a power transformer. So it's running this whole top grid, which means these guys are not running, but it looks like... Am I just wasting the power? Hang on. 800. You have 840. 843. Ooh. $843. $480. Are you outputting 600? You're using 4. Okay, we're gonna have to look at reports. Yesterday, power wasted. Nothing. Okay. Alright, so the plan is we're gonna get all of this built. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank it to max speed, and we're just gonna do a bit of a time lapse. Because it's gonna take about a while to get this built. So, I think it does. Alright. Small pause for heat stroke. Nathis, stop it. It's warm up there. Already 3 that. And I heard it. We're going to take a snazzy suit. And because you're not well, Nathis, you can have a snazzy suit. Scalding. Nathis? Yep, Nathis. Nathis, Huff. Could both have a bit of a rest. And back to time-lapse mode we go. Okay. Now that we've got some of it done, not all of it, I can start putting in some of the last pieces. So, steam turbine, gold, would go there, and yeah. Power, steam turbine. Is that right? Yes. This is the top right hand corner, which means I need this tile filled in. Okay, so we've got one steam turbine, that's enough to get started. We can also hook up that bit of plumbing and start filling this area with liquid. I need a bin to put stuff in. So, I want to start filling up this area not as fast as possible. I want to start filling up with water because it's going to take a lot of water to fill it. Also need a power transformer. Hang on. Actually, I don't need to pause it. Power transformer. There it seems. Power. Large transformer. Right there. We can then take the heavy volt wire up, across, back down. I then need conductive wire to go into that. That's really the only thing I need on conductive wire. Yes. I need to be able to power up the thermo tuner. You need a touch of automation. Thermo sensor there. I dug out all the crap here that was just sliming up the top layer. Because I didn't want the hassle. I'm going to set you to sweep only. All. First off, sweep everything in there. Secondly, sweep everything in there. Because this area is pretty much done. This area is now done as well. That's pretty much as far as they've got. Huff. Huff is stuck. Let's punch a hole into here. And sweep all of that as well. And because this is set to sweep only, it should just clear out this area. So Huff can build a whole bunch of stuff. He can't get out, but at least he can go back to building. Hey dude. Can you build yourself up and across? I know you're going to build in this wall before you escape. He's hard at work. Somebody needs to build this floor so Huff can get out. Full bladder. He's going to pee his pants. He's still got 3 days worth of food. He's alright. Huff the man. Leave him stuck somewhere and he'll build everything. Made a mess. Huff. Yep, it's alright. We're watching you, Huff. Disable building. Where the hell are you getting power from? Oh. Oh. Disable. Automation. Nope. Power. Now I actually have the raw resources. We want 1, 2, 3, 4. One type. 1 type, 2 type, 3 type, 4 type. Yeah, 4 different types of power. Disable that one, disable that one. I need to hook all of them into one lot of automation. Hook all those into a separate automation. All of those into another automation. And all of those into another automation. There, and there. So, these will control our different power levels. Oh, Huff's built his way out. No, he's built his way in. He's actually more trapped than he was earlier. How much food are you down to? 2 days worth. Alright, we're priority 9 the floor. Please tell me I didn't set the sweep to priority 9. Priority 4. Let him sweep. Disable, disable. So we want coal generation to kick in when we get down to, say, 30% power. We want hydrogen to kick in at 40%. We want natural gas, which is our most prominent one at the moment, to kick in when we get to 80%. And petroleum only kick in when we get down to 70%. These have all got to go up. 10, 10, 10, and 10. And we're going to let Huff out? Nope. There's not much water coming out. It's just, let's crank that to max. Choose a new wart seat. Where is it hot? Here. Can I get something in here? Yeah, remove that statue. Speaking of statues, actually, I pulled up a statue and didn't replace it. Furniture, flower pot. Right there. Huff? Nope. Can you path in? Oh, you can't path into there. Well, that would probably explain it. Pretty 9. We might want to be able to path into here to save Huff. Because he's getting worse. Okay, now we can path into here. If somebody builds the floor, we might make it out. That's done. Wart seed, plant. There we go. We've got active cooling in some part of the base. Come on, save Huff. Insufficient oxygen generation. That's never a good sign. We'll look at that shortly. Save Huff. Save Huff. We're going to get to here. Here. And then Huff can jump the rest. He's down to a day's worth of food. Yep. Come on, a few more tiles. A few more tiles and Huff can escape. Starvation. Yeah, Huff. 2 more tiles. 2 more tiles. 2 more tiles. Come on, Dupes, you can do it. I have faith in you. Come on, we've delivered this stuff. Come on. No, awaiting delivery, awaiting delivery. Starvation. Oh, oh. If you deliver it, Huff will build it. Nope. Everywhere is it's food time. It's fine. It's fine. Huff will be fine. Yeah, our Weezewort's working. Oh, the night crew started. We do have a night crew, don't we? Rest time, work time, work time. There's somebody. So this team's going to start working any second. We've already got a work crew on. Schedule 3. Schedule 3. Half. 600 calories. Built. Delivery. We just need 1 delivery. Boom. Huff's out. Food first. Yes, Huff? Oh, he's going to wash his hands. He's going to slow him down. Grab some food. Oh. Huff's fine. Okay. Save Huff has been completed. Okay, so you don't pump in... Oh, you do pump into that side. Okay. So we're pumping down water. It's slowly filling up. We're getting a lot built. But I'm going to call it here for this episode. I will come back next episode with it all built. And then we'll start actually going through and powering things on and seeing exactly how far we get. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys are happy that I cut stuff down. Who's starving now? Joshua's starving because he just can't get back to base fast enough. He's just too slow. But he'll get there in good time. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. See you next one. Bye.